everyone. Welcome to our podcast. And we have a very special guest today, Doug Klassen. Doug is very involved with a company called Client Command. And if all that wasn't enough, he's a really good guy, a good car guy, and just a good person, period. So without further ado, Doug, tell everybody a little bit about what you do, how you do it, and obviously how people can reach you.
Yeah, very good. Thanks for having me, Larry. It's special time with y'all. And so Client Command is who I work with. I am the affiliate success manager, I call it, because I don't like the word sales. I think I might have mentioned that to you guys when I chatted earlier. But so I handle the guys that sell our products.
Hey, Doug, before you go any further, I just want to be on the record that I love the word sales. And they even get my first tattoo with that word. Go ahead.
You love the word free.
Free is better than sales.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I say success because I want my job is to help every affiliate be successful at selling our products, and that's just the way I look at it. But it's all good. So Client Command been around since 1999. We like to kind of joke. It's 25 years in business. You have to sort of evolve with the market, right? And if you're going to succeed. And we kind of joke at work that we masqueraded as a marketing company with great data. And we did that for years until about 2018. We came up with a patent. Our CTO, Greg Geodakian, came up with a patent that took our offline data that we've been collecting for 25 years, like all great data companies do. They buy and trade data and collect it and build profiles. And then he merged it with our online data. He got permission or contracts worked with the toolbars, the ISPs, to be able to see what everyone else is doing online, what they're shopping for. And so he merged those two technologies, the offline data, the online data. That assimilation process built into what we call our active shopper network. And that process we got a patent on in 2018. And nobody else in the market can do it, so it's kind of special. And then about another year or two later, we started productizing as a data company only. We sell our data now. It was, buy the marketing, get the data. Now you can buy the data just as it is as a standalone product. And so we offer that to dealers, to ad agencies, that want to make a difference in the marketplace with their dealer.
Well, unpacking that, it's a lot. And, I had the pleasure of meeting you and talking to you and seeing what your program is. And, it goes back to somebody has to find where the customers are.
Right.
And the customers are there.
Yep.
But if the customer can't come on a straight path into their dealership and they got to go through car gurus or this one or that one, sometimes it never gets to the end result.
True.
So when you, I'm learning about data now. I was always an F&I guy, and as an F&I guy, all we want to do is measure penetrations and gross. We don't want to look at anything else. But now the most important is who wants to buy our vehicle, and let's get in front of them with our ads so they can buy it. Right. And Mike's been teaching me, okay, now it can be done. Before it was voodoo. Now what you're bringing is wild. I mean, I'm like, because you cross right into the privacy. Everybody will probably want to jump up and down and say, well, privacy, you can't do this. And well, no, if the internet companies are blessing it and they've already had their agreements, they're allowed, so it's a secure, you're coming in via already a secure network.
Yeah, and we are approved and safeguarded and all 50 states.
Yep.
That's important. And we follow all the canned spam laws, of course, and it's all double opt-in. So think about it anytime you are online these days. I use myself as an example. On Facebook especially, I see a lot of travel programs. Now, I don't get to travel a lot, but I fill out a lot of forms online, and it's usually my name, my email, and usually the phone number I may mask or I'll give a fake number or something like that. But I want more information on a travel program. And so I give it willingly, right? Well, you know, as well as I do, all these companies are buying and selling data left and right. And so you do that even, you only have to do it twice in most states. It's called, you know, double opt-in. You're opting into a program or a permission, right, to give them your information. And so that's, again, that's all the data we're collecting too. Everybody does it at different intervals. And so we see it. Ours comes into play, obviously, because we're watching online for the automotive section and for the automotive.
And now the internet, they know everybody's lifestyle. I mean, and Michael explained it better, and I won't get involved with his recipe, but I've got a golden doodle puppy, right? Every time I'm on Facebook, I got more golden doodle things. I'm out in my garden. I got more people telling me how to clip my cucumbers and what I should be doing with my tomatoes, and I'm like, you know, so they've got us, you know. I mean, I'm sure that my Social Security has been compromised at least 10, 15 times through multiple different places, you know. Well, but it has. I mean, it has. They went to Verizon. They were in Florida with Verizon. They try to compromise me all the time. So now, you know, I got blocks on everything. And so now, in our world, is that if you don't pay attention, I mean, they're stealing you blind, and they're buying cars and they're buying houses and titles, and so you got to be so. But that information is now you quantify that information, and then you package it down for the is low. These people want to buy your 2022 F-150. Would you please call them? They've been on your site 3 or 4 times. They're shopping you in this one. They want to buy a car.
Yeah, typically we won't work like directly with the dealer in that sense and give them those types of leads, but that is what our data is able to do on a daily basis. So yeah, we're packaging our program in platforms, we call it, and one is a data platform. It's a base package, we call it, where you can just buy the data. You know, the dealer or an ad agency, whoever wants to buy it, they can buy it, you know, straight up at a monthly cost. And it is like any data. You're renting it, right? It's a data license agreement, a DLA, right?
Okay.
And so they're buying it on month to month, right? But at the same time, you know, if you think about an active shopper and someone that's in the dealer in a funnel, a sales funnel, people come in and out. You know, they may be hot on the trail for a couple weeks, a couple days, a couple months, and then they leave, right? Or they may just be on and off just checking different things. Well, all that stuff is the intel that we're seeing, right? And for us, another differentiating factor besides just having the patent is one visit to one website does not constitute an active shopper in our book, right? We flag them and we see them and we follow them from the time that they hit, let's say, an OEM site. But it's what they do after that. If you're really going to measure what the behavior pattern is of a shopper, what did they do next? After they hit that, maybe that OEM site, did they go to a couple dealers and see if that car was available at a dealership? Did they go to a trade evaluator to see what they could get? Did they go to a bank and maybe see what their financing thing could be, or a finance calculator, something like that? So you know the steps when you're buying a car. And I think, Gary, you and I talked yesterday. I thought the number was 50%. You said that maybe 80% of people do their online shopping before they even raise a hand or call a dealer. So all that information is what we are seeing first. And then, and like you said, be packaging that in a way that the dealers then can get their hands on it on a monthly basis. Again, the base package they can buy. They can have integration if they want, which is our pro package, or they can get a full CDP, which is our enterprise package. So there's different ways to work with it and different ways to engage with it. It just depends on what the dealer's budget is. But in a whole, you know, the bottom line is that you want to control the ad spend. Dealers are spending thousands and thousands of dollars hand over fist trying to reach those customers, and a lot of times they're not reaching the ones that are shopping. We're seeing the ones that are actively shopping, so why not be laser focused in your approach with your ad market dollars and hit the ones that are actually shopping? So
Doug, how different is your system? Are you grabbing data off the third parties like a Car Gurus, Auto Trader, Edmunds, and infiltrating your packages so that you're selling it to the dealership, or is it you've got your own secret sauce that gets this data and
yeah, that's where the patent comes from. But again, think of if you're talking like those third party sites. I mean, ours is third party data. That's true. But think of those are lakes, right? Those are dealers fishing in lakes or customers fishing in lakes. They're looking at things, sporadically. Think of the internet as a whole. We see everything. Now, I say everything. 90% of the connected devices, I will, categories.
Yeah, you can't see it.
There's some privacy things. There's some security things that'll set in that we won't be able to see. But 90% of the connected devices, your laptops, your iPhones, your phones, your tablets, your PCs, we're seeing the traffic. If you're online hitting automotive sites, we're seeing it.
The dealers that are enjoying your product the most, is it the active visibility that you bring, or is it the conversions that you bring? So what's hot with the dealer? What makes them want to do business with you?
Yeah, it is. It's finding those customers again that are shopping that they wouldn't otherwise have known. And again, for us, it's better to get them at the top of the funnel when they first started going, because then you can brand your message, you can brand your awareness of why buy here, why shop here. They may have not seen you or known you from Adam, but
you pave your own pathway. So you lay tracks to your facility, and so where we talk about, you can't guarantee anything, no. but I can give you much more visibility and much more shots with people that want to buy from you.
That's in essence.
I remember the greatest American of them all, Ben Franklin, said the only thing that's guaranteed is death and taxes.
There you go. So we call it influence buying, and if a dealer doesn't understand that today's market is an influenced buyer, they see how many thousands of digital ads today.
You see, I like that, because we also talked about the previous way that they marketed. All they wanted to do was argue. They wanted to argue on price. They wanted to bitch and moan about leads and availability. So you didn't have any. So now it's like, no, this is what we are going to provide you. What you do with it, hey, if you don't have people following up, if you don't have the right inventory, that's not on me. And so I'm going to give you people that are actively looking. We've got our active shoppers network. They're on websites. They're ready to make their decisions within 10 days, 2 weeks, or whatever. I certainly want to know about that in my backyard. I want to own that. I want to own that.
Gary, keep in mind, every dealer on earth will tell you that they're suspicious of their leads because they think that the third-party leads have been
for the last 20 years. They've been lied to. They've been lied to.
If the leads are legitimate, and then the only thing that's left to rely on is the process of the dealership. And if they don't have their processes down by now, I feel sorry for them.
Well, but that's what it is. You're delivering on what you're promising, your goods and services, and they can't, where it used to always be a horse trade. I guarantee you're going to get this, and I guarantee no. That might have been in 2010. 2015. Hey, guess what? We're all on the internet. We can see stuff. You got to have privacy. We know it's not makeup anymore, and that's great. I like that.
Yeah, everyone did the guaranteed model at some point, right?
Yeah. Everyone loves to throw that Lloyd's of London $1 million policy. Who cares?
Right. No,
hey, Gary, I actually had, and I'm not making this up. We actually had somebody come in and sell our finance manager one of these policies reimbursement, and God forbid somebody got their car stolen. And I'm telling you, when we contacted them, we realized the contract said Lloyd of London, not Lloyd's of London. I think from the minute they decided to use anything as currency, whether it was gold pieces, whether it was whatever it is, there have been scam artists on them like white on rice. just figuring out, hey, here's an opportunity to manipulate, steal, or move things around.
No, I get it. But hey, I'm thrilled. I mean, I'm going to learn some more. Doug, you're as Larry said, you know, you're a good guy. You know what you're talking about. I'm learning this marketing stuff. That's where it is. Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to get people to the showroom, into the lots, but they want information and they want to know about you. And if you don't have your stuff front and center of what you guys do and how you do it and how you're going to treat them, they're on to the next site. So I look
And
forward.
Garrett's got to be easy access.
Oh, but that's what it is, and that's easy access.
It's like
And
pulling into a
pieces-
Wawa and there's two, and all the parking spaces are taken. No problem. I'll go down to the block to the next Wawa.
Right.
Pretty much.
I'm so looking forward, and I'm thrilled to meet you. But we got to get together because I live
Right.
on the top of the funnel as well, but I'm doing it in a different way, employing AI. So it's different, but the goal is the
Well, there's definitely some synergy between, from what I'm learning with Mike, with our marketing and all the things that we're doing. I knew that you and him would be talking a whole different language. You know, that's way over my head.
Yeah, and Mike, you're right. If you're at the top of we see all of it, right? But we want to get them up here to influence them longer.
Sure,
right?
sure. You're giving them.
You can build a campaign wherever they're at in the funnel, because we see up to 120 days. You know, and the average buy cycle is still about 90 days, believe it or not, in the market. But we see all that. So again, you can market to them up here, or you can market down here. The thing we always maybe try to steer people away from, if a dealer thinks like a last minute, someone's been in market 60, 70, 80 days, and they're at the bottom of the funnel making a choice, that they're going to send an ad all of a sudden and swoop that customer out, you know, after they've done all the research and stuff.
Hey,
You know,
Nah.
yeah,
Doug, I got a question.
you can do it, right? You can do it, but it's 50-50. You know what I mean? We're not gonna get behind that 100%.
Doug, I got one last question for me, and then I know we're running out of time, but we'll have more time to chat offline and things like that.
Yep.
And boy, I had a good question, and I just lost my train of thought. What I was going to ask you. All right, so
Must have been a doozy.
it was, and I forgot exactly from the delivery from the delivery to my lips. I lost it.
Hey,
So
I got a great memory. It's just short.
You don't understand how scary it is, Doug, when I'm the stable one on a program. That's very frightening.
yeah. No. I had a good one on your I can't. I knew I was witty, but it'll show up when I'm on my way.
Well, I'll tell you
the
one more.
next.
Can I add one more thing just real quick?
Please.
Because you asked about the you know, what else are the dealers going for right now? Obviously, the active shoppers, they can see them. But that even translates to when we are connected with their DMS or their CRM. There's a lot of times dealers, you know, stay connected with those because those are their lifelong customers. They're trying to build that rapport. We can also see when we're connected that their customers are not shopping. They may be going, they may be defecting. And we can see that because when you plug the active shopper network in, it shows again what they're shopping for, who it is, and the intensity that they're shopping. We've seen it on databases that we have for some of our customers that they are looking somewhere else. So
5 years deep, and they still owe.
yeah, so that's a situation. Literally in 2024, we did a case study that showed, and we looked across the United States, all different geos, all different dealerships, you know, OEM, all the whole fraction of the market, and we realized that 3.5% of the customers that were in a DMS or a CRM were even looking for a car, because again, they're lopsided. They're overextended. They already paid. They're paying $1,000 a month. How are you going to get a $700 payment when you're paying $1,000 already?
Right. And we hate you anyways because the transaction sucked anyways.
Right. So those are the types of things that when we see that the dealers aren't able to reach those guys, or that they're not able to communicate it to them, and then you bring the active shopper into it. I mean, it's a whole other level of customer. It's a new customer, of course. But why keep marketing to those people that are not even able to get out of what they're in?
Right. You don't have a lender. It's not even worth it. It's aggravating. It's going to make everybody frustrated. So
we want you to spend your dollars wisely and be laser focused with your effort, and that's what it's all about.
Well, and see, then on the flip side with me is that, okay, if you've got people keeping their cars for 10 years, well, you better get on them with the protection packages, because this car can last 10 years, but certainly you're going to pay more out of pocket if you don't have any protection with everything that's available. Makes really good sense. Thanks. I got a much better idea of everything. You've got all my data that I sent back to you. I turned that around this afternoon. Pleasure. I love doing things nice and easy.
Yep.
Well, everybody, I'm good. I got to go for the weekend. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Doug, thanks for spending some time with us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for the opportunity.
Everybody stay healthy. We'll see you next week.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks, Doug. I'll reach out to you, man.
Okay.
All right.